Off the draw, Nelson on that draw for Team USA. Islanders draft pick. Puck fired back in. Stopped at the blue line by the Germans, and now they come over the line. Schwartz drops it back. Puck bounces around now behind the net with a nice job by Hensler. And the Americans come the other way. Here's Nelson with speed. Over the blue line. Nelson ahead there in the corner to Connolly. Gets knocked off the puck. And Schwartz has it for Team Germany. Big steal there and an attempt there by Yzerman, but knocked away and again flipped out of the zone.
Yeah, you can expect a lot of this at Germany.
He's in. Leonard down the wall, throws it across. Oh, and Perreault just couldn't finish. He shot it through the crease. The Germans come the other way. Here's an opportunity, but no. Good defensive play there by Hudson. What a chance for the U.S.
What a chance. Empty net there for Perreault. I know he wants that one back because 9 out of 10 times that one's going right in the net.
Here's Hagens now ahead of the field. James Hagens with a shot deflected to the corner. Hensler leaves it up high. Quick peek there by Connolly. His shot goes just wide of the cage. Americans have had their opportunities here in the first 5 minutes. Connolly throws it across in the skates of Hensler. He just fires it in. Perreault out to play it. Germans try to get out of the zone. Again, hounded by Team USA, but they finally move it up. Here's Poole. Throws it off the wall. Hensler is back. Leaves it for Hudson. And the Americans, again, coming out pretty cleanly.
Nice smooth breakout for sure.
Here's a pass to the front of the net. Nelson, he's
being patient on the forecheck, sticks in the middle of the ice, caused a couple turnovers, and we're able to turn it for a couple shots at Trey Augustin.
Here's Sump with a shot. Turned aside. There's another shot. Just goes wide of the net. So the Germans getting some opportunities at goal here. Now the puck goes down to Hagens. Off his stick. Hudson trying to jump in. Loses the puck. Goes to the corner. And Panoa is there. Norwin Panoa is the only draft pick on Team Germany in this game. He was the 7th rounder by the Sabres in 23. 205th overall. Puck into the neutral zone. Here's Cole Hudson again. Puck kicks around. Perreault gets it, throws it over to Leonard. Chance in front. Hudson tries to squeeze it by. The puck is underneath the goaltender, and it stays there. Oh, another golden.
After the video review, the call on the ice is overturned. We have a good goal.
So it is a good goal. Team USA back to the opportunity. Penalty is over now. Back at full strength. Under 10 minutes here in period number 1. Team USA with the 1-0 lead. Puck gets wound around more. These are for Swoboda, but the Germans just chip it out of the zone. Hensler will chase back. It's watched by Schwartz. Spins away. Here comes Hudson with speed. The Germans all the way back. 5 guys almost all the way back to their blue line. Pass across. No one home. Hensler is there. Logan Hensler, he gets bumped. More with it. Throws it across. And it comes out of the zone.
Yeah, and you mentioned the neutral zone of the Germans being stacked up like that at the blue line. And it's important for the Americans of doing things right. If that happens, you're probably going to have to dump it in and get a forecheck.
Here's a chance to the net there. Great opportunity by Rookdashel.
Good speed by him.
Puck got just knocked off his stick. Long stretch ahead.
And Ralph has the puck. Instead of trying to make an extra play, gets it behind the defenseman, gets a good change, get 5 fresh guys in there. So it's building good habits as this tournament goes along, especially when you get early lead in the game. You want to stay with the game plan, build off of it.
Here's Poole now. Tries to throw it through. Chance there, just swiped wide of Augustine. Germans haven't had too many offensive opportunities, but have some chance here. Brendel with a shot stopped by August.
Familiarity with the coach and the player and the coaches.
Just 35 years of age, already won 2 national titles at the University of Denver and a gold medal here with Team USA last year. Pretty good resume for a young man.
And we're going to hear a lot of his name in the years to come as far as rumors to be in NHL at some point here real soon.
Yeah, I think that'll be his decision, right, Tony? I mean, I think he's got the pedigree. I think there'll be teams interested. There's already been teams that have talked to him about opportunities, so that will be his decision, but he's certainly done a great job at Denver with that program, and they'll be in the mix again this year. Puck comes through. Nice opportunity there for Hudson. Great pass. Has to get help from Meyer and then just out of the zone.
And that American chance came again from a great breakout. Danny Nelson was the center. He held position down low. The defense made a nice little bump to him. And again, there goes the American speed up the ice, which created that 2-on-1 for that scoring chance.
Looks like they're trying to stretch it out, Tony.
Absolutely.
Here's another opportunity. Moore flying down after it, but couldn't catch up to it. Now he does. Oliver Moore.
He can skate.
He's moving. Puck goes to the corner. Hudson just chips it behind. Ziemer was there. Plant is there as well. They're working on a heavy forecheck there. They're able to keep the puck alive in the offensive zone. Here's Ziemer. His pass, though, a miscommunication with Hudson, who's got to go back. You watch Cole Hudson, he looks a lot like his brother Lane.
Oh, does he ever.
Hagen's along the wall. Puck's knocked away, and here comes Handel the other way. Carlos Handel, and he overskates, and now just fires it in. Stopped there by Augustine. Now Hensler up the ice. Moves it over to Hagens. Puck goes off his stick. And the puck just kicks back in the neutral zone. Perchuk stops it. Gets it over to Hensler. The Germans get it to the neutral zone and clear it down, and we're going to get a whistle.
Let those guys tonight be a big part of this game.
There's Eisman delivering a check. The Germans are able to get out of the zone. Puck at the blue line. Nice play by Hensler. Chip it back into the neutral zone, but the Germans now come up with it again. Lenny Booz, 15 for Germany. Now he loses, and it comes to Eisman. Cole Eisman now through the middle. Drops it off. Sure if it hit off him or not. So the Germans get a chance on the power play.
In front of Augustine.
So the Germans cut it to 3-1. Here's Ryan Leonard now back the other way. Quickly throws a little, slides one through, but Perchuk was able to get the pad on it. Hudson spinning away. Cole Hudson leaves it for Perreault behind the net. Gabe Perreault coming out. Throws it down the wall to Hagens. He leaves it for Hensler. Puck comes all the way through, too far for Hagens. He'll have to retreat into the neutral zone.
You can see the idea that the Americans in the offensive zone are going to try to use a high forward with how tight the Germans are playing to their net, try to outnumber them 3-2 up top. There's a lot of momentum in this game.
There's Bouillon with a shot to the net. It rolls around underneath and now out the backside, and then just thrown out of the zone by Zemansky, and it's going to be an icing. Off the draw, the Americans now gain it. Here's a look and a goal! Hagens again from the slot.
That they were in the game. Now they're sitting back, kind of relaxed. They got to get that mentality back. You're still in a game. You're still playing well.
And that's, again, young people, right, Tony? I mean, you lived it. Here's a chance to the net for Leonard. You were part of a World Junior team on 2 occasions, 83 and 84, I believe it was. And, you know how that feels in that situation. And it was a different time for USA Hockey at that time, not one of the big wheels.
You're exactly right. We were one of those teams in lots of situations. We were the big underdogs.
Team USA now with some offensive zone trying. Hudson loses. The Germans try to get it out. Now the puck comes over to Leonard. Throws it all the way through to Perreault. Puck kicks back in the slot. Leonard again with it. Takes a look, fires, and just misses the mark. He can shoot it.
He can shoot it, and we are seeing a lot of why these three guys are so special.
Here's Hensler, gets it across. Hudson with a shot, stopped there by Perchuk. He's given up 4, but he's played pretty well. Pennsylvania kid just outside of Pittsburgh. San Jose Sharks draft pick, 23, third rounder. And he's playing now at BU, but using that size. And here's a turnover. Hagens with a knock. Americans throw it through. Good stick. They were trying to get it to Hagens. Coming up on a minute left here in period number 2. Thanks to everybody watching, wherever you might be, here on the NHL Network. Just love being here for the World Juniors 2025 in Ottawa. Got a good crowd today here at the Canadian Tire Center.
Yes, we do.
I would say there's a lot of fans that are maybe rooting against the Germans or the U.S. here. I mean, a lot of the Canadian fans. That shot, another good opportunity, just goes wide.
Yeah, and I don't think they're necessarily rooting against the Americans. I think they're rooting on.
Because we saw Tim Stützle down there in Team Germany. He was reading the lineup for Team Germany.
Yeah, clearly didn't provide much motivation. No, he's good. I don't think we're supposed to sit together for this game, but I think with the scores at right now, I think he's sitting separately because I'd be making fun of him the whole time.
Have you seen Higgins play live?
This is my first time. Yeah, first time, and he's made some great plays, and he's a real good player. And I actually played with Lenny at the World Championships last year, so it's gonna be nice to see him after the game, and what an awesome player he is too.
Play goes on here. Third period action. Terrance with the goal. Team USA leads at 7-2. Brady, you provided a goal, so now we're going to let you and your wife and the little one take a break, go enjoy the rest of the game. And thanks for stopping up here. We really appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me.
And good luck with the Ottawa Senators the rest of the year. I mean, your team it's ready. It's time.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. So, it's going to be fun times ahead. But enjoy Ottawa for the next couple weeks, guys. Thanks for having me.
Well, if we going up the ice, and they executed that play perfectly.
What a treat to have Brady and his wife and the little one here. They were all together in the booth. If we had a camera, we could get them all on camera up here. But it was really nice of Brady to stop by.
It was. I wanted to ask him a lot of questions about what he knows of what his dad told him about his days in the USA jersey. Because Keith represented the Americans multiple times in different tournaments. And
Center.com to get yours today. And that's a great tournament as well. The under-18s. Basically, you go to the under-18s, a couple years later, we see you here, the under-20s. So you'll be some really good opportunities to some high-end young players. So check that one out. Meanwhile, Team USA continuing on the attack.
Trying to pry it free.
I can remember number 21 going in there many times. Another one comes to the net. They battle there, and now we get it stuck. Off to draw. Team USA comes away with it. Plant with a shot off the post from a tricky angle. They go low high to Hudson. Goes across. Hensler with a shot. Loose in front. Chipped out. It goes right to Hudson. He takes a peek. Can't find a lane to the net. Spins away. Cole Hudson. Back up to Moore off his stick, and they'll have to regroup. Look at Hudson. He is so clever out there.
That's a nifty little move.
He's got a lot of them in his bag of tricks. Puck to the net and tipped home. It looks like Zemer off the pass.
Development program, and he just gets better and better and works on all of aspects of the game. Isn't just focused on the offensive part of it, and his all-around game has gotten to that next level.
He was part of that under-18 team that took home silver. Ended up losing.
Knowing when U.S. is going to pressure. Puck goes to the corner. The D closest to it, gets to it quickly, is real aggressive on recovering that puck, and everybody else follows that pressure to get in support position. They do a great job and are able to get it clear because of it.
The battle continues in the corner. Hensler tried to come away with it. Puck comes up and out of the zone. Just 10 seconds, 9, 8, counting on the penalty. Well, it looks like Team USA has killed this one off. 7:39 and counting left in this one. Here's Poole with it. Spinning back. Puck knocked off his stick by Plant. Here comes Max Plant the other way. Holding off. Gets it back over. Puck goes in the corner. And now just slides down the ice where Hensler will chase back into the U.S. zone. Logan Hensler plays at Wisconsin. You might have heard of that school, Tony.
He's a pretty good player. He'll be draft eligible this year. Probably be in the top 10.
Right shot defenseman. Here's Hudson. Throws it over to Leonard, who rips one off and he made no mistake with a really good shot. It hasn't been like really the best of days for Trey Augustine, but the good news is you're winning 9-4, and really it's about wins. And he's made some saves when it was close. We talked about it. He made some big saves that didn't allow for the Germans to tie it up, for example.
In some of the games like this, and he does have 18 saves, but when there's not a lot of action in your end, these sometimes are harder games to get into as a goaltender. There's a couple that I think he probably would like to have back. Him and Coach Dave Lasson will go over some of those goals. next couple days.
Moore gets knocked down. Coming up now, 3 minutes left here in third period play. Puck gets wound down behind the U.S. net. Colin Ralph with it. He just flips it ahead. Ralph plays his college hockey at St. Cloud State. St. Louis Blues draft pick. Second rounder in 2024. Here's Hagens.
Able to zip one off the post.
Zemer gets it back. Ralph with a shot. Goes off the backboard. Final 10.8 seconds. Comes back to Colin Ralph. Rolls it behind the net. Zemer in front. Still looking for that third goal. And now the Germans are going to take it. That's going to do it. So